Oh, my name is Wilson. I'm from Hansborough Center.
Nice to meet you. I happen to
Nice.
be a member of Hansville.
Oh, you remember yourself. May I know your name?
Yvonne Bonnie Sharman Hevelo.
Wow, that's a very long name. All right. Do you think schools would benefit if they use certified sex education?
No,
Why not?
because the answer to the word sex is no.
Okay. Why wouldn't schools use certified sex education teachers?
Because if you educate a nation involved in sex, it leads to lust. Lust leads to poor manners and economy. The word is anatomy and physiology, biology, or something literate that we can understand, such as romance, love, weddings, marriage, love.
Interesting. That's very interesting. Um, why would proper sex education involve teaching teens about drugs and alcohol?
It won't because it will teach teens that sex is a job or a duty, and that will preoccupy their minds rather than the beautiful tennis world that we are preparing them to have, so that the children that get produced from an instant just moment, excuse me, sorry, not trying to put down my brothers or or the men or injustice sisters, meaning that sex is just an easy word for an economic system that wants to produce children that can be what? What's going to happen to these instant children? Because sex is just a word that I don't agree with, sir. I don't believe in sex education. It is love of your own body. And woo, how if you don't know your own body based on anatomy and physiology and applications to biology and meeting someone, then you'll just be having sex with someone, something that I don't agree with.
Switch with Eric. He'll read the next questions.
I'll flip over number 4.
No, good job, Wilson.
Hi, my name is Eric.
Hello, Eric. Nice to meet you. Bonnie.
Um, the next question I have is kind of like, do you think sex trafficking affects the number of pregnant teens?
I think it affects people because in some of the places that we go as health professionals and clinicians and social advocates, easy transferences happen.
All right. What have other countries outside of America tried to reduce teen pregnancies? Do you know?
Yes, I can say as a former member of the New York Urban League, Deborah Wright traveled to Jamaica, where some of the mythology surrounding the word known as the xenogenesis was formulated, that everybody get into the water and make love or make a baby, as it was known as, was able to increase or reduce birth rates.
Um, what are some of the shit, obstacles teens first face when having a baby?
I think it's a matter of body perception. It's like we're not taught like what clothes. I'm sorry to go to instant, but like what clothes prepare us for easy adjustments in society and child development. Meaning like our lifestyle patterns in America, and particularly in New York, are sometimes based on such industries such as fashion rather than health lifestyles. So even though you might be saying, I'm wearing all my best exercise clothes to class every day, but what is my career going to be? Boom, that happens to a teen instantly. And then there's no, you might be saying, me, I said, what happened to modern maternity? You know what I'm saying? So it becomes like a more of an economic question for your parents on how to dress you, how to get you adjusted to carrying your child with you in a manner that doesn't, excuse me, damage the child or damage your relationship with your former son or daughter, because that's when many social welfare programs are forced to step in. When I say forced, I mean encouraged, implored, begged, paid to step in. So I forget the question, but on the terms of Economic Teen Summit, I would say everything about you has to be reflect that you want to be a parent. And if in the midst of all of that you haven't been socialized to enjoy yourselves, it doesn't guarantee that a child won't suffer under the duress of such in progress. May I be excused from this interview? Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much for answering our questions.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry.
Take care. Have a nice day.
I'm Wilson, and I'm from this center, obviously. May you say your name, please?
Chi. CHI. CHI.
Chi, CHI. Okay. Do you think schools would benefit if they use certified sex education?
Yes.
How?
Kids would be knowledgeable. I think it never hurts to know things. So, it's always good to know stuff.
Yeah, it's good because the STDs and stuff, right? Why wouldn't schools use certified sex education teachers, meaning having a license to talk about them?
I'm pretty sure it probably has to do with money, if I had to take a guess. But I think it will be money well spent.
Okay. Why would proper sex education involve teaching teens about drugs and alcohol?
I think because a lot of times the drugs and alcohol influence the decision making, which leads to the teen pregnancies. So yeah, they go together.
Why do you think parents wouldn't want their kids learning about sex, drugs, and alcohol?
Because I think it's still a taboo subject in a lot of families and a lot of cultures. So, it's uncomfortable. It's not something that's easy. It's not an easy subject to talk about. So, and you don't want strangers to do it per se. Yeah.
Do you think sex trafficking affects the number of teen pregnancies?
I have no idea.
Okay. Meaning used for prostitution.
Yeah, I still don't know what the connection is. From what I know about sex trafficking, I don't see the connection. So yeah, that's why I say I can't answer that. Yeah.
Why have other countries outside of America tried to reduce teen pregnancy?
From what I know, I think a lot of other countries just are a little more liberal in their approach, in that they figure the kids are going to have sex anyway. So it's better just to teach them and let them know all the options they have instead of trying to pretty much deny them or tell them it's wrong or, all the other stuff. Yeah.
What are some obstacles teens first face when having a baby?
Probably money comes to mind, because at that age you don't exactly have the financial resources to help to take care of the kid, and let alone take care of yourself.
What are ways having a child can change a teen's life?
Well, I think the biggest factor is the responsibility, because you can't be all about you anymore. You have a mouth to feed. You have another life to take care of.
How can teens overcome the judgment of their peers and family?
Be strong and disciplined.
How could a child be affected by having teen parents?
Probably it'll be a hard childhood, I would imagine. I'm sure it's hard enough for the parents, so probably the child will be neglected. Won't feel like they have a family. So I could see a lot of issues with that.
Interesting. What will help bring down the rate of teenage pregnancy in the U.S.?
Like I said, I think the best you could do is just educate and let them know. I think you just have to be understanding that they're going to make up their own minds. So you just have to try and support that in the best way you can. I don't think trying to just ban it and stuff like that is really going to work. So yeah, just keep an open mind and understand that it will happen and prepare best you can for it.
Do you think that kids who have young mothers will be more successful, or would it have a negative impact in their life?
I don't know, to be honest. I think it comes down probably also extended family, how much support the teen mother or the teen parents get. That would affect the child.
Why is teen pregnancy such a problem when there are abortions?
I think that's another one of those taboo things, because I think some cultures, they don't believe in that. So, it's a big thing. Abortion itself is such a controversial issue in the country itself. So, like, yeah, you could say that, but morality comes into question, culture, religion, all that other stuff. So not so easy.
Why do you think teens don't have access to the morning after pill?
If I might guess, politics. Like, I think just politics. Policies. The people that make policy, like that make the decisions, those types of decisions. I think there's a lot of people out there. It ties in with the abortion thing. There's a lot of people out there that really believe in, like, I guess the pro-life thing, and like just doing the morning after pill. Some see it as a form of abortion itself, and I know that the political climate, at least in the States, like there's a lot of people that are against that.
Okay. Do you think pregnant teens are more willing to raise their child or give them up for adoption and all that other stuff? And why?
I don't know. I don't know any stats on that, but if I had to guess, I would say it could go either way. I think they'll be willing to raise it if they have the support of family. And then they're willing to give it up if they know that they're not going to have that kind of support and they know that they're not prepared for it.
Thanks for your time. All right, no problem.